Japan is living in the future while the rest of us are stuck in yesterday. And honestly, the time gap is getting embarrassing. While you're still wrestling with a plastic clamshell package that requires industrial strength scissors and a blood sacrifice, Japan has already moved on to perfecting public toilets that give you a health analysis, vending machines that dispense a hot bowl of ramen on a snowy mountain, and train systems so punctually precise they issue a formal apology if they're a mere 30 seconds late. They've transformed convenience stores into miniature utopias where you can pay your taxes, buy concert tickets for a sold-out show, and get a gourmet meal that would make a Michelin star chef weep with joy. And don't even get me started on their public spaces, which somehow remain immaculate enough to perform surgery and despite having almost no public trash cans, a feat that defies the laws of physics and human nature. Watch to the end because number 10 will literally change how you think about human decency and public service forever. It's not just an innovation, it's a masterclass in respect. Alright, let's get into it. Number 1. The incredible Japanese convenience stores known as konbini. These are not your typical corner stores selling expired hot dogs that look like they've given up on life and coffee that tastes like burnt regret. Japanese konbini like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson are magical emporiums of convenience that operate on a different plane of existence. They offer everything from perfectly crafted onigiri rice balls with fillings that change with the seasons to gourmet sandwiches that actually use real bread and fresh ingredients. You can get fried chicken so good it should be illegal, exquisite desserts that look like tiny works of art, and even full hot meals. But it goes beyond food. You can pay your utility bills, buy concert tickets for that band you love, print important documents, send and receive packages 24/7, and use a clean, functional ATM that doesn't charge you an arm and a leg. Why it matters? Because it transforms the mundane errand of running to the store into a genuinely pleasant, efficient experience that saves you precious time while consistently delivering quality. It respects your time and your taste buds. Why is this not everywhere? It makes absolutely no sense that most convenience stores in other countries are basically just overpriced gas stations with sad refrigerators and a lingering scent of despair. Meanwhile, the rest of us are on a depressing pilgrimage to 3 different locations, the post office, the bank, and a sad grocery store, to accomplish what Japanese people do in one 5-minute konbini visit while grabbing a coffee that doesn't taste like sludge. It's simple, it's clever, it makes everything else feel outdated. Number 2, the multifunctional Japanese toilets that will change your bathroom experience forever. These aren't just toilets, they are personal hygiene command centers that make you question why you've ever accepted a primitive porcelain throne. We're talking heated seats that welcome you like a warm hug on a cold day, bidet functions with adjustable water pressure and temperature so precise you can create a custom cleansing experience, and built-in air dryers that finish the job. Then there's the Sound Princess or Otohime feature, which creates a flushing noise to mask any embarrassing sounds, saving you from a lifetime of social anxiety in public restrooms. Some high-end models in places like hotels or high-tech homes even analyze your waste for health indicators, giving you feedback on your hydration levels and other potential health markers. Why it matters? Because bathroom hygiene shouldn't be a medieval practice, and these toilets provide a level of comfort, cleanliness, and dignity that standard toilets simply can't match. It's a fundamental upgrade to a daily part of life. Why is this not everywhere? The rest of the world is apparently content with toilet paper, which is like trying to clean a car with a dry napkin and a cold plastic seat that feels like a punishment. Meanwhile, the rest of us are basically still living in caves, sitting on what amounts to a fancy bucket and calling it innovation. The first time you use a Japanese toilet is a bidet awakening you can never come back from. It's simple, it's clever, it makes everything else feel outdated. Number 3. Japan's ridiculously efficient and clean public transportation system. Trains that arrive with Swiss watch precision, announcements in multiple languages that are actually clear and understandable, digital displays showing exactly where you are, which stop is next, and which side the doors will open, and staff who genuinely seem to care about helping passengers navigate the system. The Shinkansen bullet trains are the rock stars of this world, reaching speeds over 200 miles per hour while maintaining an almost perfect safety record and an average delay time measured in seconds, not minutes. The legendary cleaning crews turn around a train in 7 minutes, the 7-minute miracle, cleaning every seat, flipping every seat back, and ensuring not a single speck of trash is left behind. Why it matters? Because it respects your time, reduces stress, and makes traveling accessible and pleasant for everyone without needing a car. It turns a commute from a chore into a peaceful, productive part of your day. Why is this not everywhere? Most countries seem to accept that public transportation will be late, crowded, vaguely sticky, and generally unpleasant as an unavoidable fact of life, like death or taxes. Meanwhile, the rest of us are throwing a party when our train is only 15 minutes late and doesn't smell faintly of urine and regret. We're celebrating mediocrity because it's better than the usual disaster. It's simple, it's clever, it makes everything else feel outdated. Number 4, the brilliant vending machine culture that puts the rest of the world to shame. Japan has over 5 million vending machines, which is roughly 1 for every 25 people, and they dispense not just drinks and snacks, but also hot cans of coffee, corn soup, and even tea. You can get hot meals like pizza, curry, and takoyaki, fresh eggs in rural areas, umbrellas on a rainy day in the city, ties, batteries, face masks, and even Buddhist charms for good luck. They're everywhere. In remote countryside locations where the nearest store is miles away, on busy urban corners, and even atop mountains. These machines are meticulously maintained, are rarely vandalized or broken despite being accessible 24/7 and accept multiple payment methods including tapping your IC transit card. Why it matters? Because it provides round-the-clock convenience for basic needs without requiring human staff, making life easier for everyone from late-night workers to travelers in unfamiliar areas. It's reliability you can count on. Why is this not everywhere? Most countries treat vending machines as afterthoughts that frequently steal your money, offer a selection of disappointing snacks from 2012, and have a 50% chance of just being out of order. Meanwhile, the rest of us are celebrating when a vending machine actually gives us the product we selected without our bag of chips getting tragically stuck on the spiral. It's a low bar, and we're still limboing under it. It's simple. It's clever. It makes everything else feel outdated. Number 5, the magical concept of lost and found that actually works. In Japan, if you lose something, a wallet containing cash, a brand new smartphone, a simple umbrella, or even a bag of groceries, you have an astonishingly high chance of getting it back. Items are promptly turned into local police boxes called koban or directly to businesses, where they are carefully cataloged and stored with meticulous care. The system is so effective and deeply ingrained in the culture that reportedly around 75% of lost items in Tokyo are returned to their owners, including about 95% of lost wallets with the money still inside. This isn't luck, it's a societal standard. Why it matters? Because it creates a society where people can feel secure that a simple mistake won't permanently cost them, fostering a deep sense of trust and community responsibility that is almost unimaginable elsewhere. It's social lubrication based on integrity. Why is this not everywhere? Most countries treat lost and found as a hopeless last resort, a black hole where your items either disappear forever or get picked through by underpaid staff before you can even file a report. Meanwhile, the rest of us have already canceled our credit cards, remotely wiped our phones, and ordered a replacement within an hour of losing something because we have zero faith in humanity. It's simple. It's clever. It makes everything else feel outdated. If you're enjoying this so far, please give it a like. It really helps. All right, let's get back to it. Number 6, the ingenious practice of having dedicated smoking areas that keep public spaces pristine. Instead of allowing smoking everywhere, creating a toxic fog for non-smokers, or banning it entirely, forcing smokers into corners like social pariahs, Japan has created a brilliant compromise. They have designated smoking booths and areas that are strategically placed and properly ventilated. These glass-enclosed booths often feature ashtrays built into counters and sometimes even provide heating in the winter or cooling in the summer. The result is that streets, parks, and building entrances remain completely free of cigarette butts and secondhand smoke. It's a system of respect for both groups. Why it matters? Because it accommodates smokers while protecting non-smokers and maintaining public cleanliness. A balanced, intelligent approach that respects everyone's needs and public space. Why is this not everywhere? Most countries seem to believe the only options are forcing smokers to huddle in doorways, creating a wall of smoke you have to walk through, or banning smoking entirely, creating tension and mess in public spaces. Meanwhile, the rest of us are doing that awkward dance, trying to avoid a cloud of smoke while walking into a building, holding our breath, and judging silently. It's simple. It's clever. It makes everything else feel outdated. Number 7. The brilliant convenience of train station lockers that are actually useful. Japanese train stations feature clean, secure, and surprisingly spacious coin lockers in various sizes, from small ones for a backpack to large ones that can swallow multiple suitcases. You can store your belongings for hours or even days at a reasonable price, freeing you up to explore. The lockers are conveniently located near platforms and exits, making it easy to explore a city without dragging your entire life's possessions around with you. Many now accept IC transit cards for payment, eliminating the frantic search for exact change. Why it matters? Because it frees travelers from the burden of their belongings, allowing them to make the most of long layovers or early hotel check-ins without being tied down by luggage. It's the key to spontaneous exploration. Why is this not everywhere? Most countries offer either no lockers at all or ones that are sketchy, tiny, smell weird, and seem designed as traps for your belongings rather than actual conveniences. You wouldn't dare leave anything valuable in them. Meanwhile, the rest of us are doing that awkward luggage dance in cafes, trying to guard our bags and enjoy a coffee at the same time, taking up an entire table with our stuff. It's simple, it's clever, it makes everything else feel outdated. Number 8. The revolutionary concept of department store food halls that are basically culinary paradises. Known as depa chica, these basement food floors in Japanese department stores are an overwhelming, dazzling array of gourmet foods, beautifully packaged gifts, and ready-to-eat meals from dozens of different vendors. You'll find everything from exquisite bento boxes that are too pretty to eat and artisanal breads to premium Wagyu beef, spectacular desserts, and tiny, perfect cakes. Everything is presented with meticulous attention to detail, like each item is a precious jewel. Many offer free samples, allowing you to taste before you buy, and prices range from affordable to extravagant, catering to all budgets. It's a feast for the eyes and the stomach. Why it matters? Because it elevates grocery shopping from a chore to a delightful experience, making quality food accessible, beautiful, and fun. It makes you want to cook and eat well. Why is this not everywhere? Most department stores treat their food sections as sad afterthoughts, with delis serving limp salads and uninspired displays, missing the opportunity to create a destination in themselves. Meanwhile, the rest of us are wondering why our grocery stores can't manage to keep their produce fresh, let alone present it like a work of art in a museum. It's simple, it's clever, it makes everything else feel outdated. Number 9. The ingenious system of tactile paving that guides visually impaired people through public spaces. These yellow textured ground surfaces with raised dots and bars are ubiquitous throughout Japan, providing non-visual cues about pathways, hazards, and directions. The system is intuitive. The raised dots, or tenji blocks, signal a warning or an upcoming intersection, while the long bars indicate a clear path forward. They tell you where to stop, where to turn, and even point toward train platforms and exits. The system is so comprehensive and seamlessly integrated into the urban landscape that it's reportedly become a model for many other countries that are now just catching on. Why it matters? Because it creates a more inclusive society that considers the needs of all citizens from the ground up, allowing people with visual impairments to navigate with confidence, safety, and independence. It's empathy built into the infrastructure. Why is this not everywhere? Most cities treat accessibility as a legal afterthought, with minimal compliance that barely meets requirements rather than truly considering the user experience. A random bumpy ramp here and there is considered a job well done. Meanwhile, the rest of us are watching our visually impaired friends and family struggle with navigation, while we have the technology and design sense to make it effortless and dignified. It's simple, it's clever, it makes everything else feel outdated. Number 10, the absolutely brilliant practice of having staff dedicated to helping people navigate train stations. In major Japanese stations, you'll find uniformed staff called orifuku. from original uniform, wearing distinctive green or red caps, whose sole job is to provide directions and assistance. They are not security guards, they are human GPS units with a smile. They stand at key points throughout the station, proactively approaching confused-looking travelers and offering help with everything from finding the right platform for a specific train to locating the correct exit for a particular destination. They're equipped with detailed maps and often have multilingual skills, making them invaluable for both tourists and locals. Imagine being lost in a massive labyrinthine station, and someone immediately appears to calmly and kindly guide you to exactly where you need to be. Why it matters? Because it transforms potentially stressful, anxiety-inducing navigation experiences into pleasant human interactions, reducing travel stress and making public transportation more accessible and welcoming to everyone. It's a proactive solution to a universal problem. Why is this not everywhere? Most transportation systems seem to believe that posting confusing maps and hoping for the best constitutes adequate customer service. The staff are often busy, unapproachable, or nowhere to be found. Meanwhile, the rest of us are doing that awkward walk of shame in circles for 10 minutes, trying to find our platform while pretending we know exactly where we're going, too embarrassed to ask for help from the one uninterested employee we can find. It's simple. It's clever. It makes everything else feel outdated. Japan's innovations leave the rest of us in the dark ages. What's remarkable isn't just their cleverness, but the philosophy behind them. Japan asks, how does it make people feel? Not just, does it work? Every konbini, toilet, and train prioritizes comfort, dignity, and peace of mind as essential, not luxurious. This thoughtful approach eliminates frustrations and maximizes pleasures. It's not about flashiness, but consideration, a quiet revolution of empathy and efficiency we could all learn from. Subscribe for more content exploring these brilliant ideas that could transform our daily lives.